work it out. Let's try and get this sorted for it. We're not live. Oh, it's not working for me.
At the minute, so we are live.
Are we back? Are we back?
Yes.
Fantastic. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tier 1 of the European Contest of Speed League from Brazil, Season 5. We have 18 Tier 1 drivers. I'm here with Blaze, I'm Two-Spell Wizard. How are you this evening, Blaze?
Oh, it's so exciting to be back in the commentary box for Tier 1 after such a long time away.
They didn't get a Brazilian Grand Prix last year, of course.
They did not, so...
And perfect conditions for qualifying, overcast, so no pesky sunshine at turn 1.
Cookie loves to see the overcast conditions.
We are on board with the Cookmaster General as it is.
And I think he is the first man out. If I just check the track now. He is. First man out on track.
Fantastic. What are we expecting then tonight? Obviously we've got super quick man in the Williams tonight.
Yeah, well, it's hard to look past Lewis for the win tonight.
Definitely.
However, I think from looking at practice pace, Cookie looks to be quicker than current champion Fruitful. So it could be a mixed bag tonight. You never know.
It could be. We're down 2 of the bright cars today. We're down a red, an orange car and a yellow car. But that's it. So defending champion Fruit is on his own today. I suppose that means if there is some mixed conditions in the rain, then he will be all right for pitting. No stacking there. Let's just get rid of all this user interface and watch the beautiful Alfa Romeo go around for a hot lap to start the season.
Yeah, like you say, Fruitful, free to pit whenever he wants. No need to split the strategies in the McLaren garage. The other one we are missing, I believe, is Harrison.
Harrison in the Renault, yeah. We're on board at the moment with Tier 3 champion Cookie, who's going to get a lovely tow up the hill from his teammate, who is American Tier 1 champion Alp. Brilliant play from the Alfa Romeo lads.
And I have to say, they've been practicing this all...
And Cookie does a 107.8 as a banker. Spectacular. Gonna have to get out of the way of Fruit though.
Don't go too far out there, Cookie, you'll get reset to track, my friend.
It's gone on an adventure, Fernando Alonso style.
Looking like...
get a move on though, or he's gonna get disqualified.
Looking like our very own X427 in Tier 3. Earlier in the week, down there.
Looks like we've got Carlsbury on a fast one. In the Ferrari down at the bottom of the hill.
Oh, he clips the grass and takes out the marker board. That'll scrub speed. Going down into that corner, he won't have got the entrance he wanted.
Sticks with it. Good enough for third. Immediately drop down to fourth as Alp gets the P2, but without the assistance of a drag there. So fair play to him. Maybe they're going to swap it round for the next round.
Yeah, the Alpha boys have been practicing the tow pretty much all week, so should be interested to see. That is, I believe, a Haas slowing down, coming up to the Sector 2 split.
Lewis
So, yeah.
coming up the hill now. Is he going to box? Yep. Lewis boxes. There's a Mercedes at the bottom of the hill. Is that toxic? It is. He's coming up to finish a lap now. We're catching some good end of laps here, lads. No, he's going in box. Who's next? The Alpha will be coming in. Is that a hat of Matrix? It is, with this Kimi Raikkonen crash map.
Same helmet, I believe, as Dan Robbo in Tier 2, or very similar.
Oh, very nice. Everyone's just diving in the pits now. Oh, he's already set a lap, obviously. Ooh, he's getting it slowed down there.
It's going to be new boy then, Josh, coming up the hill. Next one to set a lap.
Baron will be coming in the box.
Oh, and into the box comes the Red Bull.
Do you know what? I do love the track map because you can then see who's messing around there, can't you?
Calzo might be on a lap. I think he is on a lap.
Conzo coming up the hill. Calzo is on a lap. We're with him at the moment. How are we all doing in the chat tonight? Fruit and Ghost, Thomas is cheering for. Two of the OGs. Fruit and Ghost are the two most experienced Contest of Speed men in Tier 1. Fact.
Tuchel pulling up the facts already. I feel I'm a bit down on facts, being the newer of the two in the box. So you'll have to pull those out for me.
Just noticed Jacob's 108.3 is on the medium tyres and a 108.7 from Varamir. Calzo jumping up on a 181. See, they may be quicker, but again, if we have a look at the difference between the leader, after the first round we've got a top 10 that's separated by 0.6 of a second.
All of the tiers.
All of the tiers have been absolutely fantastic so far. Blank in the chat there. Take a moment just while we're in qualifying to plug the Contest of Speed shop. I personally bought my very own hat today. Contest of Speed snapback there, which I will wear proudly, hopefully to the British Grand Prix if that's not called off.
Unfortunately, it's looking likely, but
I'm sure Blank will get a link in there to the shop there.
we shall see if British Grand Prix goes ahead. Fruitful coming round turn 4 and 5, and up the hill to turn 6.
I have a feeling that this Alpha winding up a lap, or he's winding up a lap, so out on board with Alp then, who's currently second, less than a tenth down. You keep an eye on Fruit if Fruit's on a hot lap.
Oh, hello. Hello, Alfa Romeo. What is this? You just switch over to Cookie.
Oh, is Cookie waiting? Yeah, he's off the track a bit, isn't he? He's ready for his toe this time, is Alp.
Fruitful coming to the line then. 1078 puts in provisional pole.
Magic. Where is he in the race? Here he is. Cookie is ready. Yeah, I've been practicing this, you can see that. He's a tenth up already, and that's without the toe. Alp is surely going to take provisional pole here. I can see this being in the 177s, 6s, let alone the 177s.
And you'll see him, he'll hit the line and he'll break.
Oh, nearly in the 176, 107.730.
And there's Lewis behind him with a 1074.
Oh, the Alphas didn't notice there. They had a cheeky Lewis sneaking up behind them.
And the Alphas work the toe like a relay. Alp will break after he hits the line, and then it'll release Cooking to go for his own flying lap. That's
Absolute
what they've been practicing all week.
It's good to see. Imagine how effective they can be at Monza. Gamer Paco coming up the hill. He's half a tenth down on himself going up the hill. We'll see if he completes his lap. He got a decent enough exit, so he's continuing the lap. He must be happy with up the hill.
Cookie coming up the hill as well.
He does improve by 0.037.
Cookie sticks to the left, all the way to the left.
Cookie was 2 tenths up after the middle sector. And he slots in just behind his teammate, dethroning champion Fruitful down to 4th. Spectacular.
Great lap from Cookie there, he's hugging with the big boys. Not where he expects
straight up there. We've got 3 champions in 2, 3, 4 at the moment. Tier 2 champion Varamir yet to set a competitive lap time. We've got a Red Bull at the bottom of the hill. Is that Lion maybe?
Yeah,
it is.
Lion.
He rises up the hill.
Lap is invalid though,
lap.
so
Is it invalid? We had enough fuel for another run.
Maybe left his ERS too low for too long. We shall see. Clips the curve on the outside. He comes round the curve of the salt onto the retro pasta.
Definitely Stumpy, definitely everyone with their cos merch at Silverstone and a pint. Spectacular. Hot July days when we're all let outside the house again during this difficult time.
And I believe a Contest of Speed original has popped up in the chat.
Oh, Chris is here. Hello, Chris. Everyone salute to Mr. Logan. How are you, my friend?
Lion is going to come down the hill towards Yunsao.
Do we have confirmation on weather? I'm assuming it's a dry start, otherwise people wouldn't have bothered trying to set lap times on the mediums.
I have no confirmation as yet.
Now Lion famously sandbagged the end of his run in practice. What's he doing this time? He bumped straight up in with the big boys. P4.
On 078.
Magic. Is that a Williams coming out? Is that Simply coming up the hill? It is Simply coming up the hill to start a lap. Jacob is just Jacob's just starting a lap as well. Varan is starting a lap, so they're all starting laps there. So we've got 3 people in a row now. We got Simply in the Williams, then followed by the 2 Racing Points. Oh, Chris is good, fantastic, good to see him popping back up.
Simply drops his ERS a bit in Sector 2. It's what you want to do. It's not the most challenging sector in terms of ERS.
It is incredibly technical as well, considering the rest of it's just a flat out power circuit.
Yes. It's a nice mix between, you have a technical middle sector and then first and second sectors are basically just straights.
Definitely 4 minutes left of this session as Simply crosses the line. Where's he going to go? Williams 1-2. Jacob pumps it up to 5th.
Hello again. Look at the Alphas. Look at the Alfa Romeo.
Varamir pulled out. The Alphas are having a go again. Whose turn is it to get? Oh, look at this. So Alp on an out lap. Cookie on the hot lap.
Each ends of the straight. Down the retro pasta comes Cookie, and into Desida Del Lago. Around and up the hill to a tricky turn 6. If you get out on the curb at all, it's going to completely mess up your braking. Keeps it nice and tidy. The ERS dropped into high mode. Alp's going to have to slow down a little bit. He slows down well. Cookie's going to be right up behind him.
And he's gained another 10th almost, and this time he's going to have... Oh, he might have to overtake him. They might have got this slightly wrong. Unfortunately for them.
Back out. Going to stick all the way to the left. for the 107.5.
Oh, beautiful lap! Just imagine what they'd have done if they'd have managed to hold that together.
Alp is going for a second out lap. He's got his teammate in front of him.
For a drag up the hill.
He's not activating his DRS. Cookie with it wide open. Cookie's got enough fuel in the car to go round the track again.
Looks like it, doesn't it? Who's out at the Toxic Tomato is on track. He's just about to pit though. And the other man out on track is Bullet, who is interesting to watch because he's not set a registered lap time yet, but he is on a flying lap by the looks of it.
He's on a flyer, he's a 10th up in sector 1.
He's already gaining a place. It's so close though, I mean, only a second between 1st and 14th.
I think that's how it's been all week.
It's been brilliant. Oh no! Line's blocking the pit lane.
And he crashed on the pit exit.
He wants to start from the back of the grid. That is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate.
Oh, and the Alphas are going to work the toe down the Retroposter instead. Alp now coming round and up the hill.
And Bullet jumps up to 10th. I mean, he's inside the top 10. I have a feeling that Varamir's going to drop him out of that. Varamir's the one that we've got to watch out for our season tier 2 champ. Everyone coming out now though. We've got Calzo, Ghosts, Paco, Conzo, all coming out the pit lane. Josh is coming out, he's done a solid lap of 179. Absolute scene.
Come down towards Yunsel. 2 tenths off on his time, 2.5 tenths.
2.5 tenths, that's enough to challenge for P2 with his teammate, but obviously no toe.
Stays to the left. What's it gonna be?
P3, very close between the Alphas, what a team. They've split the Williams.
7 thousandths of a second. And team play from
Cookie's
Alfa
run out
Romeo.
of petrol coming up the hill though.
He's actually gonna struggle to get up the incline. That's funny. I'm just gonna sit on board with him.
Who haven't we gone on with? We got Josh, new guy in the Red Bull. He's level with his time at the moment. Ghosts in the Haas, lots of experience on him.
DRS swings wide open for
everyone out there on the softs.
Coming up towards the tricky middle sector now.
He may be top, but he's not had the rub of the green yet, has he? Really? He's not vaulted away. Cookie crosses the line. What are your predictions in the chat then, guys? Is this what we were wanting from Tier 1? Only half a second separating the top 11. Ghosts up to 12. He might be happy with that though, because he'll get a choice of tyres. Bullets drop down.
Lewis is a 10th up on his time. He comes round the last corner. Tucks into the left. The 107.277. For Lewis simply gets back past Jacob.
Toxic's lost it coming out of Youngstown. He was a 10.5 up, which would have put him all the way up into the top 5, but he's binned it in the wall.
What a shame for Toxic Tomato.
He will start no better than 9th.
Debut. He will start 9th.
Oh, Varamir, he didn't really get his lap together, did he? So, you want to take us through the grid then, as everyone's either in the pit lane or completed a lap?
So, as we expected, we got the Williams of Lewis on pole with a 107.2. 2 Alphas behind him. Cookie and Alp working the toe beautifully down the back straight and the Retroposter. to split the Williams was simply coming in P4. Racing point of Jacob making P5 on debut in Tier 1 with Matrix joining him on the third row of the grid. New boy Josh, P7. And, I'm just going to wait.
There's your pole man. Interesting little battle developing between Alpha and Williams.
So, new boy Josh, P7 with Tier 1 champion Fruitful back in P8. Not sure how happy he'll be with that. Toxic Tomato, another new boy, P9. Binned it on his last lap in quali. We got Calzo returning to the Toro Rosso in P10. Bullet Boy and Ghosts on the 6th row. With Carlsbury, Tier 2 champ Varamir, Matty, the game of Paco, Konzo and Lion, who was disqualified, rounded off the grid for this evening.
We've already got 67 of you in the stream. Well, it's dropped down to 62, it was up to 67, and we're just in qualifying.
Let's get that up, come on.
Come on, we're getting there.
I want to beat Thomas. Gloat some more to Dan.
And with Tier 1 no less.
Ah, the beautiful Brazilian sunshine is out for the start of the race.
Fantastic, a bit of sunshine here. I wonder what the weather's going to be. We've not had any confirmation from anyone yet as to what the weather will be. But we wait. To be fair, we might be lenient with Josh. I don't think we told him earlier today about pressing X. But we'll see.
We shall see.
Blank is again 80 viewers, gonna gift a sub. We're only 12 away. Come on, guys. We're not even on the formation lap yet. We can do this.
It's back up to 68. Come on.
Forget 80. Let's do 100. Let's get 100.
Get your parents involved. Bring them to see some good racing. What Contest of Speed's all about. Lewis lays down the rubber in his grid slot. As we take a look to see what tyre everyone has chosen. So it's softs for everyone in the top 12, and then Carlsbury and Varamir on the reverse strategy on mediums. Not too sure how good of a choice that's going to be with the safety cars being the way they are at the minute.
I'm looking forward to seeing Lion climb through the field. He's got the pace to be up there with the Williams and the Alfa Romeos. It'd be interesting to see if he can find his way up there. I mean, if we get a relatively early safety car, he could pull himself back up the front and then everyone will be on mediums, but we'll have to stop again. We'll just see. Although Jamie yesterday went pretty much the whole race on a set of softs, so...
He did, that was actually incredible to watch. It was... in the party chat with Dan Robbo and Thomas, just wondering how he managed to go 29 laps.
Come on guys, everyone in the chat, I want a 1, 2, 3 prediction.
I'm not going to say anything, and you also better not say anything.
Oh, I'm not allowed to say anyone's doing well.
You're not allowed to say anyone's doing well, unless it's Cookie. You can feel free to say Cookie's doing well.
So, in a very historical grid lineup, probably not seen since the late 70s, early 80s, we've got Williams, Alpha, Williams.
It's an exciting one. The first race of the season. Lewis pulled into his grid slot. Looks like Calzone Bullet Boy had a bit of an incident on the formation lap. Lewis takes his position on the outside. Cookie in behind, then out. And his teammate Simply. So here we go then. We get 5 lights and we wait for the glitch.
Wait for them to rev. Go,
boogity,
go,
boogity,
go,
boogity.
Go. Everyone, we got European, we got everything, we got Lewis dropping off turn 1. The
Alpha's had an alright start. But he will get a warning for that. It's Cookie that leads the Alphas.
Clean enough back through the field. Lion already up 2 places almost.
Lewis out to a 4/10 of a second lead over the Alpha of Cookie. Jacob makes the position on Simply.
Matrix down to 9th from 6th. Big gain. Lion up to 15th from last.
Fruitful, I believe, is also up. There's someone off at the back. It's Carlsbury in the Ferrari.
He has got damage on his left front end plate, so he will be coming in the box. That was a phrase that quite possibly might not have been family friendly. Wasn't intended.
So he'll have to come in. Josh up to P6. Good start for him.
Lewis Schumachering away on the day that we've had the Michael Schumacher edition for F1 2020 announced for 7th of July. Very exciting. That happens the week after we finish this season. Who could have timed that better? It's almost like we knew.
We did know what you're on about, mate. And it's looking like Carlsbury's going to stay out with his damage.
Is he expecting a safety car? There is one bound to happen. Josh running fantastically in P6.
It's not wing damage. It is wing damage on the Red Bull of Lion.
Oh no! After he'd made such a good start, he must have come to blows with someone. And now he's behind Carlsbury. In fact, he's missing pretty much all of his front wing.
Cookie now out of DRS range of Lewis. That's going to be an issue for the Alpha if he wants to climb back up and battle for the win.
Just about sneaking into it. He'll need to get a good centre S.
We shall see. Comes across. It's the slingshot down the hill. He's not going to get DRS.
But Jacob is a lot closer to the back and Simply is up behind him. Goes for the penalty already on lap 3.
Nothing doing for Jacob or Simply or Josh. It's
hanging on to the back of this. In fact, we've got a DRS train from P2 to P12. Yellow flags, where's that?
It's Matty in through sector.
He's missing a left-hand plate.
Yeah, I think he may have clipped the curb down at coming out of turn 5 and just clipped the wall. So it might be an early stop. Lion back onto mediums. Clearly thinks he can make it the whole race distance.
Cars at the back, they can keep going though, anything can happen, especially at the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Jacob is putting pressure on Alp. And Alp's starting to fall away from his teammate, and this could be curtains.
Down the hill, to the outside.
Alp holds it. He's going to want to hold DRS to Cookie though.
Got to worry about Simply behind him as well. Jacob slides wide, there's a half invitation there, but Simply doesn't go for it. And of course, Josh is right behind him as well, as is People's Champ Fruit. Toxic up to 8th after his minor disaster at the end of qualifying. Followed by Bullet as well, so the top 10 rounded out by Matrix.
And I feel like Cookie is just dropping back a little bit to try and help his teammate out. Because he's lost 4/10 to Lewis. We know Lewis is a quick guy, but pretty sure.
Maybe we'll have some Williams reliability issues, maybe. Not that we'd watch that one.
No, not at all. But if you could just maybe say that Lewis is having a good race, then...
No, I enjoy seeing this sort of performance. I mean, I'm not seeing it in... Apart from certain races where Hamilton can get away with it, but I mean, this is like watching early naughty stuff if you have the misfortune of Michael qualifying at the front. Thankfully, he didn't normally do, because qualifying was a bit of a weakness for Schumacher, so he'd normally start sort of 4th or 5th. And you'd have to wait until the first or second round of pit stops for him to run away.
Oh, and Mitch has gifted a sub to Matty Robbo.
Oh, much love.
Thank you for that, Mitch. But we've not even hit 80 viewers yet. Could be another one coming. Matty has gone on to hard tyres. It should be interesting to see the split between Matty and Lion at the back. See how much quicker the mediums are over the...
Do you know what my drive of the day so far has been Josh? I'm really enjoying his style of driving. It's like so smooth, very few inputs into the wheel there.
Yeah, maybe something to do with his game settings.
It just looks like very dense and buttony. I love it.
Just looks like he's barely feathering the wheel to the side.
Definitely.
It's lovely to watch.
Now, those of you who are used to Contest of Speed will know that it's nothing too much to worry about with Fruit being P7 at this point in time. He very much is a man that comes on incredibly strong in the second half of races. Very much so. To get as many points as possible. So I will be seeing him, I think, picking up around the podium spots later on, but he's got to get through these people. Oh, I've done it again.
So that Fruitful dropping back it is. The Toxic Tomato.
I'm so sorry.
You awful human being. You awful human being.
Fruit. Oh no. Blank sweating himself in the chat. The wizard curse strikes again. Yeah, he just dropped it coming down the hill.
So he cursed someone in the first race. He cursed many people in the first race of AM1 last season. And he's now cursed the champion of Tier 1 in the first race.
Also, Matrix getting tasty. This is shades of Alonso and Trulli.
Fruitful gets back past Toxic Tomato.
This is what I like about Fruit. When he wants to make positions, he will make them. He just won't do those extra risks, you see. Loving the all orange from the Dutchman. Jacob is lining up that Alfa Romeo again, but he's within DRS himself of Cookie, which helps him. Jacob much stronger on the brakes than the Alfa Romeo.
Alps looks like he's getting a bit squirmy out of turn 3. He's managing to stick with Cookie, which means he'll be in the DRS.
So yeah, the reason we were laughing, lads, as Matty's pointed out in the chat, last time I commentated on the opening round of a Grand Prix, it was season 4 in Australia. I took out 4 people in AM Tier 1.
Disgusting.
To be honest, I think I for that.
Absolutely disgusting behaviour. I'm liking the design that Jacob's gone with on his helmet.
Yeah, well,
it's a half and half design.
it is. Now Varamir was saying that they had a similar helmet this year. Now Varamir normally has a mouldy helmet, for want of a better expression. But he's gone blue this year.
Yeah, he's changed it up. I believe Jacob changed quite shortly before the race, so...
Closest battle at the moment is still... Calzo's broken free. If my Matrix is pitted, that's why. Toxic causing a bit of a train. Bullet gets down the inside.
And it's hard tyres for Matrix.
3 wide going into the bottom of the hill. Matrix is going to the end. I'm guessing this is a dry race then.
I'd assume so, with the choice of the hards from both Matrix and Matty.
Josh still not letting Simply go.
Toxic Tomato's losing it a bit up the hill.
Varamir's mediums will be coming into effect now as he gets right on the back of Ghost. And Ghost doesn't have the assistance of DRS from anyone in front of him, so is this the lap that we see the Racing Point make a move for P11?
Ghost is out of DRS range, so that's going to help Varamir. Varamir running low on ARS though. Ghost's up at 65%.
Is he going to do it now? Ghost goes very defensive.
Varamir has to switch to the outside and can't get it done.
Very clever from Ghost there, hesitating on the apex.
Toxic Tomato.
Oh no!
Oh, and he was on the racing line out of the curb with the toll there.
Thankfully, enough time to get back on the gas.
That was, I can liken that to Cookie at Spa in Tier 3 last season. Having to reverse off the track. No wing damage.
But a bit of bad luck.
No wing damage for the Toxic Tomato.
Oh, fight at the back. Lions just made it past Matty in the battle of the earlier damaged. But Matty's coming straight back at him.
And we have another gifted sub, Robert.
Switch back because he runs wide. Beautiful stuff. What we love to see. Calzo's just got past Bullet, out pits from P3.
Early pit stop for the Alpha. What's it
Is he pulling the trigger?
It's going to be mediums.
It'll be interesting to see where he comes out actually.
He should come out just in front of Carlsberg.
Oh, because Toxic's come in, so Carlsbury will be the man if he gets out ahead of Carlsbury. So obviously Matrix has pitted and is on the front leading strat. Carlsbury will have to pit again, but Alp is out well clear of him, so there is space around Alp for the front runners to jump into, so Alp will be running at the pace he can do. So the people at the front will have to think about pitting. Lewis can afford to wait a lap after Cookie easily, so he'll be waiting for everyone else to pull the trigger if he's quite comfortable out in front.
Yeah, Lewis comes past.
Cookie boxes.
Yeah, Cookie is in. So it's going to be medium tyres.
Simply also in. Josh also in.
Oh, and
Lewis with the penalty.
Fruitful went for a move on the pit entry on Josh. Didn't manage to get it done.
Conservative in there, wasn't he? Now, where is Alp? Here he comes. Can he? He was behind Cookie. Will he leapfrog his teammate? He's leapfrogged the McLaren of Fruit. He's leapfrogged the Williams of Simply. Where is the Alpha? He will not get the Alpha. That was a beautiful tracking shot there from the helicopter, can I just say? Well done, Codemasters. I don't often congratulate Codemasters.
Helicopter shots.
I'm not changing driver till we get the helicopter shot gone, to be honest. There we go. Right, let's move on.
So Cookie leads out of those who have not pitted.
Now, Jacob, if he's not careful, is going to lose some places.
Lewis stays out another lap. Jacob, what will he do? Comes into the box. Calzo behind.
I think Jacob's going to lose out to the Williams, maybe even Fruit if he's not careful.
Cookie coming up the pit straight now. Alp does not have DRS to his teammate. That's going to hinder him a little bit. Cookie.
Alp will make the move. Oh, it's going to be close with Alp actually. We could see the Racing Point. I think we're going to see the Racing Point leapfrog out. It's brilliant in lap from the Racing Point, who has gained a position over Alp. Fair play. Great stuff there.
Got an in lap from the Racing Point. Alp now with some DRS to help him though.
We don't have to worry too much about Lewis, Chris, because I personally think he's having a good race.
Nah, it's looking good for Lewis, who stays out again.
Calzo pits, where's he going to come out? He was just a little bit off behind the leading group, wasn't he, that was chasing Lewis?
He was. Varamir goes through, Paco goes through, Jordan in as well.
Now the next interesting bit will be when Cookie comes up to the back. He's got 3 seconds at the moment. He comes to the back of Paco and group. Now, interestingly, Bullet's gone for the hard tyres.
I can confirm mediums do make it.
They do.
From at least lap 7, so.
Now, you've got to be careful with this hard strategy because you do lose time up until about the last 3 or 4 laps. I mean, the mediums do just keep getting quicker and quicker until they explode, to be brutally honest.
In all honesty, the hards aren't much different to the mediums in terms of performance.
No, it's just these first few laps though, and especially if we get a safety car, which somehow we haven't got in Tier 1. We've still got all 18 cars running, that's not going to last longer than another lap now. But
Lewis is through again. Konzo is pitting.
Barony up to second. He's the big mover at the moment. He's not pitted.
Barely gets it slowed down.
He could do with a safety car now. He's
Konzo in as well. Oh, yeah, Konzo is at the.
Varamir pulling the Steve strap, but I think Varamir will know when to pit rather than prolonging it.
Well, fresh set of softs can go for 16 laps. So, a scrub set can do 15 without a problem, so should be interested to see what Varamir goes for.
Has fallen off Fruit now. On the medium tyres. Fruit is still attached to that group. Josh hopefully can sort of claw back to them while they hold each other up in the middle sector. He's got a bit of a gap back to Calzo behind him. He's out of DRS as well. So we've got that DRS train again, which is Jacob, who is putting the pressure now on Cookie.
I'm going to say it, Lewis needs to pit this lap. Otherwise he's going to lose performance in those tyres to start. Well, he might not start losing time.
Well, he's clear still to Cookie. He's got 23.5 seconds to Cookie, and that gap's not really coming down too rapidly.
There is no rain. We don't believe.
We'll keep an eye on that gap because it's coming down slowly, but until he's not going to be worried unless it's 19 or less, and he's got a 20.8 second lead over the people on the harder compound, so he knows that he's definitely got the right advantage.
It's Konzo off at turn 1. Manages to keep it in the race, so he's going to come down the hill.
Got all of his wing as well.
I love it. So just a little bit of a moment. Lewis is going to come in now, so
on board with the race leader. Slows it down, gets to be nice and conservative into the pit lane.
I mean, let's face it, he's got the time. Well, he's got all the time in the world. Medium tyres then. Down at Williams.
He's going to make it out ahead of Varamir, I think. He's not even going to have to worry about that. You only need about 18 seconds or so around there. And we had 20. So we should still have a 2.5 second lead.
Thomas would like the tyre graphic.
Thomas would like tyres now. Everyone's on mediums except for Bullet and Matrix, who have gone for the hard tyre. Varamir and Paco will be going to soft any time from lap 19, 20. I can imagine. Depends how aggressive they want to go, really, isn't it?
It depends if they predicted a safety car.
That's true, they could just stay out and out and out and bank on the safety car, but
doesn't look like these guys are going to crash out, so I say that. Or maybe if you say someone's having a good race, maybe it'll happen. You never know.
Cookie makes his move, as does Jacob on Paco. Paco not really fighting it, to be honest. Fruit sets the fastest lap. What did we say? He comes on a bit stronger towards the end of the race. Oh, Jacob nudges Cookie wide there. We're on board with Paco. Cookie unsettled around turn 2 and turn 3.
We'll have
Out's
DRS.
gone through Paco because Paco's not getting involved. Very polite driving.
Gentleman driver is Paco, it seems.
We're up to
Paco dropped all the
76
way.
people.
Yeah. That's a stream record!
76 people.
That's a stream record!
Thank you very much, Contest of Speed community. That's beautiful. Who'd have thought it? Tier 1, back with a bang. Hashtag make Tier 1 great again. Now, if they are, I think Paco's going to start coming in for his softs now if he's backed off that much. No, he keeps going. Fruit on a run on Simply. Will the champ make a move? Simply runs deep into turn 1, comes back. Oh, it's a yellow flag in sector 2. Lion's crashed.
Oh, it's Lion. He's gone.
Is this the predicted safety car? It's a
No,
virtual.
it's a VSC. And Varamir is nowhere near the pit lane.
But Varamir could help out his teammate here. Now, if he's clever, he could back off up to 5 seconds and let Jacob have a 5-second lead, and he wouldn't be breaking the rules. Now, Varamir is one of those people who's very clued up on the rules.
I think the limit's 10 seconds, is it not?
No, 10 seconds started.
5 seconds.
5 seconds,
Ooh.
yeah. 5 seconds he could back off and give Jacob effectively P2.
Doesn't seem like he's good. Oh, Jacob's going. Jacob's away. The strategy call then from the racing point of Varamir. The VSC's still going to be out. Matrix gets a drive through for speeding under the VSC. Cookie is going to absolutely fly. And he's... Oh, Varamir came across him. He's split.
Scenes! Cookie! And Jacob! And Cookie's through. Has Jacob got damage? Cookie surely has damage. What was going on there?
And it looked to me like Varamir came across and squeezed Cookie out of it.
It all got a bit messy. They've both still got their wings, so we thought that Varamir was maybe giving a gap to his teammate, and then all of a sudden it got really close up again. And all this drama going on behind Lewis, who sailed off Schumacher style, but we've got Jacob, Cookie out, Simply, and on the back of this little train we've got Champion Fruit.
Was crazy.
And don't rule out Josh, who's closed back into it in a second as well. Absolutely.
It'll be a pure race now between Jacob and Cookie. Who's got the pace?
One at the moment though is Fruit. I think Fruit's the one on the move at the moment.
I think Cookie wants it a little bit more. Varamir in for his
repairs,
soft tyres.
And his soft. It all went in an instant. It went fantastic for Racing Point to a bit of a drama.
Cookie. Oh, he's gone to Heart!
Oh no!
Oh,
he's not set
Racing
up
Point pit crew, what have you done?
Well, they put the same compound on all 4 tyres. They've been known to do that before. Absolute horror show of a lap 20 for Varamir.
And I think an F is warranted in the chat, boys. As we hit 80 viewers for the first time. Oh, it's brilliant.
Oh, it's all kicking off tonight. I and our
There
first
he
attempt
goes.
is set in the fast. It's only a couple of attempts quicker than Cookie's fastest lap. Not Cookie, Fruit, sorry.
Lewis wants his Cookie picked up 3 seconds. I saw that coming.
How are we doing on penalties with this front group actually? As Cookie hunts down Jacob, this is going to be tasty.
Oh, my spidey senses tell me this is going to get tasty, baby. Cookie, 3
He's
seconds.
sticking it in there. Jacob can't pull across because the car's there. There we go. He runs wide. Is he going to take the invitation? That's going to slow them both up.
The Golden U Award.
Oh.
No warnings for Jacob.
Golden Wizard Award for Jacob so far.
No penalties for Simply. No penalties for Alp. 3 seconds for both Lewis and Cookie, but I mean, it's not looking like it's going to matter for Lewis.
Fruit and Josh. Calzo's on this group as well with fresher tyres. He's caught well up to them.
Fruit, no penalties.
Lewis almost defying what I said earlier and going even quicker just to spite me.
And that's a yellow flag, but who for? Chris Kamara.
It's a Haas. Is it Matrix? No, it's Ghost.
Jordan.
Front right end plate gone.
Cookie's right on the back of Jacob, coming down the Retroposta. Gonna be closing in. Saving the RS through this middle sector. Jacob has very little.
Cookie is not comfortable in that double right apex up the hill, is he? He loses a lot of time to Jacob. Specifically in that section.
It's maybe something to do with the dirty air from Jacob's car.
It can be. Seem a little more than dirty. I love Cookie.
Up into... Oh my god. Hello. Up into overtake now, Cookie. He's going to be so close. He is so close. Poor exit though. Onto the Retroposta. Jacob takes a defensive line. Cookie's going to look. And he's going to have no room on the inside.
Switch back, though. Jacob does seem to be getting the better traction. But Cookie's got it around the outside, so Jacob can't take the optimum right line. Out giving his teammates some respectable space. And we... Oh,
Matty in the pit lane.
In the pit lane, okay. He's added off.
So no safety car.
Thank you very much for your effort today, though. Well done, mate.
Thank you for turning up. We really do appreciate it, considering
85 in the chat.
And that is Toxic Tomato.
Running away with string records today. 86 apparently it peaked.
And that is... He's off the track. He's going to come through. Oh, and that's in a really strange place. Surely that should have been a safety car. Go back to Cookie
car's
though.
Coming down the straight, this is madness. Cookie had to back out of it because of the yellow flag.
What a shame.
That's not Maddie's fault, he did retire in the pit lane, so it's just again being a bit... Fruit, he's got him for it down the inside of Simply. Simply breaks deep. They're still side by side. Beautiful to watch. Calzo's got past Josh.
Cookie is really pushing the back of Jacob. He wants it. He wants P2. Drops back a little bit.
Fruit is pushing Simply up the hill. He's got so much more ERS as well.
Two spell. We have rain in 10 minutes.
Oh. Into turn 1. Jacob runs wide into turn 1.
Oh, and Cookie hits him.
And this is the time for Alp to give it a go. Jacob to the inside. Cookie round the outside.
Try and do Jacob round the outside. Another little
Cookie
tap.
pushed wide. Absolute scenes. Fruit up to 5th.
Jacob clips the grass on entry to the double apex right-hander.
We've still got 11 laps to go.
Cookie is so close now.
Through with the dive on Alp. The train continues back to Josh, sorry. Cookie is a lot closer this time. He's got so much more ERS.
Jordan, I saw that. That was cheeky.
Fruit pulls to the inside of Alp. Cookie round the outside. He's going to have the Ocon line. He does. P2.
Jacob forced wide. P2 for Cookie. Is Jacob going to come back? Fruit is all over the back of
Jacob. Jacob defends harshly to the inside. He runs wide. Is there a switchback from Fruit here? There is. But he's got no ERS.
Neither is Jacob. Jacob's got less. This is an absolutely crazy race.
88 on the stream.
90 now. Come on. Oh,
get that magic centenary.
Cookie comes down to Yunsao. He will have to defend from Jacob into turn 1.
Blank's poorly finger's going to fall off at this rate.
Cookie taking the inside line already. Stays away from that curve.
Surely Cookie's got to be trying to break the tie because he's got so much ERS and the others don't. World champion Fruit on the move for his podium as well, remember? I did say he comes on stronger.
He wants it, but he's going to ask Jacob to contest with. Stumpy, I'm afraid you are no longer the only man in COS with a poorly finger.
Absolute scenes. Josh has got back past Calzo while we weren't paying attention, back into P7. Still a great race. He's my driver of the day, to be brutally honest.
And Lewis has Schumacher past Jordan, so he's Schumacher in his way to the.
Brilliant.
It's looking like he's Schumacher in his way to the race win.
If Cookie needs to break away anyway because of his penalty, I think at the moment my favourite for P2 is Fruit because I think he's in a stronger position because he is saving that ERS right now. He's going to do an attack next lap, I think. I think Fruit is thinking about this and wanting Cookie to break the DRS suction zone and then use his ERS next lap because he's got a good 30% on Jacob.
Yeah, he needs to get out of that sort of 8/10 sock zone where anything can happen.
Jacob very slow out of that corner there. There is only half a second maximum between 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7 and 7 to 8.
It's going to be really tight. It's going to be tasty at the end.
This lap Cookie is still not too far ahead, but Fruit thinking about it.
Jacob maybe got to think about a move on Cookie. The DRS is all that's keeping Jacob in it.
Well, while this is settled down slightly, keep an eye on it. We're just going to move to Matrix, who is right up behind Conzo in the battle for P11. Big power slide from Matrix out the corner. I think he was rallying there for a bit. Cost him a chance at a move here. 92 in the chat. Blank wants 100 people. Don't let him down. Don't let him down. Absolutely smashing the record tonight, lads.
This is incredible. Come on, let's get to 100. You guys can do it. Get your family. Like Mitch says, completely rebuilt Tier 1.
From the ground up.
We have a strong core of guys who actually want to be here. It's brilliant.
Having a great race.
We are.
Fruit is again saving it. We got 6 laps to go. Cookie has to break the 3 seconds at the moment. Cookie is going to drop all the way back to 8th. They're that close. Unless there's any other penalties in that little group. They've all been pretty well behaved, to be fair.
I think Cookie's penalty was unlucky. Really. Rain is now pushed back to 15 minutes, so we won't get it this race.
Although,
unfortunately.
Can we get it maybe on the last couple of laps it starts? Can we now make it a little bit greasy? Not enough to change tyres, but enough to make it interesting. Jacob is not letting Cookie go. And he's built up his ERS now. Position changes, 4 up for Fruitful, 6 up for Paco into the points. A great race from him from the back.
Well, I think if we're talking driver of the day, I can't look past Lewis.
I can.
A Schumacher-like performance that he's pulling off. Josh,
he's been in this pack of very, very excitable races, and he's been nose to tail with people the entire race. He's even put in a couple of moves, he's been overtaken a couple of times, he's put in some moves. I've been really impressed with him, to be fair. So I think those two will be your options today. So in the chat, the nomination from Blades is Michael Schumacher Lewis, and mine is Josh M97 in the Red Bull. So who's your favourite for driver of the day out of those two in the chat? Carlsbury retires in the pit lane. Jacob is closer to Cookie than Fruit is to Jacob.
That is a good point from Stumpy. Cookie this is his first race with manual gears.
Oh.
His first race in Tier 1, and he's sitting P2 on track.
Oh, to be fair, but we've known Cookie's been brilliant. We know he's a good lad.
Oh yeah, of course, Cookie.
There's a yellow flag somewhere. Oh, it's the Ferrari coming out the pit lane.
It's the Ferrari coming back out the pit. Jacob getting so close to the back of the Alpha of Cookie. And at this rate, Cookie might even end up P8. With his penalty.
Is that still right for the penalty situation?
I shall have a look.
Matrix has made his way past Comzo for P11, by the way. His hard tyres coming good towards the end.
So Lewis and Cookie have 1 penalty each. We knew.
That's a good point, actually. Yes, Cookie is the leading champ. He's holding off a couple of them.
Jacob has broken your golden award.
But don't forget, guys. Cookie also has the penalty, which is probably why I didn't think of him, because Fruitful got a penalty as well.
No, Fruitful no penalties, but he has got warnings. Alp warning, but no penalties. Simply 3 warnings but no penalty.
If we go on the gap at the moment, everything with 21.7, he is in 7th place at the moment, is Cookie. Lots of votes for Lewis. There is a big Michael Schumacher, just to confirm that point, he's at the 109.6. He's going for the Grand Slam today.
Oh, Cookie's lost
with a
it!
mistake.
Under pressure from Jacob.
Going to end in violence.
Well, violence or something else.
Can we have a good camera angle, please?
Yeah, Cookie drops behind Jacob. Gives him a little bit of a love tap, but Jacob, I think, is now going to hold it.
Cookie will not want to let that go over. He's too far back to make a lunge, or is he? Yeah.
He will have to do it on the last lap. Similar ERS now between him and Jacob. He's trying to defend that into turn 1 so hard, and it just
Fruit's coming
didn't pay off.
He's seeing that P2 disappear as Jacob takes it away. But yes, now I think from the driver of the day is Lewis from the clearly a big Michael Schumacher following in contest of speed. Who'd blame you? Maybe
Not
Damon Hill. Maybe Damon Hill. He might blame you. Jack Villeneuve might blame you. Lewis might blame you. Lewis Racer. Only 2/10 down on Cookie as Cookie's race unravels a little bit towards the end. He's going to drop to 8th as it stands.
And I know you're watching the battle with the battle for P2, but I think it's only right that we show off a bit of Michael Schumacher as he comes down into sector 3.
Still 89 people watching us. It's absolutely fantastic. What a pleasure.
Comes through Yunsao. He's going to come up through the final corner. And it's going to be by 20 seconds, giving us a little weave.
Pole position, leads every lap, sets the fastest lap, wins the Grand Prix to take the lead of the championship.
How is it going to end further behind on track?
Jacob is going to get P2. Cookie will drop down to 8th but finish 3rd on track. Fruitful, the reigning champion, takes P3. We're just going to see Cookie plummet now. Josh with P6, Simply P4 out P4, Simply P5, Josh P6, Calzo 7. Cookie all the way down in 8th, unfortunately. Bullet Boy picks up 2 points in P9. Great recovery from him. Brilliant drive through the field from Paco as well, actually.
And I think that's a lesson learned for Cookie. One penalty will go very much punished in Tier 1.
It will. Fruit up 5 places. Calzo up 3. And that is round 1 of the Season 5 season here on Contest of Speed. We will have some drivers in, hopefully.
Hopefully so.
Williams, Racing Point and McLaren on the podium there. Love to see it. Cookie and PA, not so much loving to see it.
It could have been Williams, Ferrari and McLaren would have had a classic podium. So, who am I suggesting? It's Lewis.
So we've got Lewis in P1, Jacob P2, Fruit P3, Out P4, Simply P5, Josh, brilliant debut P6, 7th for Calzo, 8th after a penalty for Cookie, Bullet in P9, Paco rounding out the top 10, Conzo, Matrix, Varamir and Ghost all finishing. Carlsbury, Toxic Tomato, Matty and Lion all with slightly less luck there. Bonus point going to Lewis.
And I think the chat have switched up.
Oh, there's been a rebellion. Yep, well he did make a great comeback there. We'll try and get our podium in the chat. Fruit is here.
Hello.
Fantastic drive to P3 there from you, Fruit. Well done. I thought I'd cursed you earlier on when you had a bit of a slide at the bottom of the hill. I'd literally just said on stream that you tend to come on a bit stronger in the second half of the race. You made that little mistake. I lost to Toxic Tomato.
Oh yeah, that wasn't I would say a noob mistake, but yeah, so needed.
That was fantastic comeback though. You were taking your positions when you saw them come up there.
Yeah, but I'm still annoyed. Not gonna lie. I had so much more pace in myself than I showed today.
I could see that. I think Cookie had a lot of straight line speed, despite the fact he didn't have DRS at the front.
Yeah, probably. Simply has amazing straight line speed. But I just couldn't get by them so quick. I'm so annoyed throughout the whole race.
But you've come back.
Sometimes I was just a second and a half slower per lap. Yeah, that was just... I was annoyed.
Well, there we go. That's all the problem with getting stuck in traffic. Obviously, you still came back to get 15 points, so that's a good haul of points. That's better than finishing in 8th, which is where you started.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Not the end of the world, but you could have had a few more.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What was your moment of the race there for yourself?
For myself, probably the most exciting moment was the pit stop. The rest of the race was just driving.
I had a move with Josh there in the pit lane.
yeah, I don't know what he was doing, but it was I got some unnecessary contact as well. But yeah, it's still a fun race nonetheless. Enjoy.
Fantastic. Does Jacob joined us?
Yes, sir.
Jacob is here. Where is the pink car? There's the pink car. So how was that for you, getting P2 in the end? You managed to get Cookie on track as well, even though you were going to get him on penalties. But fantastic for you.
I wanted that small victory over him. Just going into the next race, it was nice to know that I could actually beat him on track. But man, no, that was intense. That's Tier 1 is a different beast for sure.
Well, yeah, he only had a 3-second penalty and it dropped him back from P3 on the track to P8. That's how close you all were.
I was talking to Dave before the race began, and I was like, penalties are going to be crucial here. You've got to avoid them at all costs, because you don't know if there's going to be a safety car, because you'll drop far down the pack if you get anything. But I managed to avoid that myself, and was just sort of grateful to sort of have the pace to keeping up with Cookie and Alp. And then I think I pit a little bit later than the other guys, just because I like having that mental feeling of knowing that I might have a couple of extra percent in the tyres.
You did have a bit of an you got an overcut on Alp, didn't you? You got through one of the Alphas on you. That was really good. And then you had the flash point in the virtual safety car, where we thought maybe being a bit clued up on the rules that Varamir was going to drop back 5 seconds to give you a bit of a gap, and he seemed to be doing that. And then you all ended up really close at the top of the hill, and it all got a bit mad.
I had a bit of a nightmare on the restart. I kind of haven't yet got fully in tune with the restarts, and sort of my delta was negative. Was in the red when the restart began, and then I sort of ended up accelerating far too late, and then Dave was already on my arse, and he was like, I'm coming for you. I'm like, and then all of a sudden I see all these cars around me. So yeah, I mean, Dave was trying to tactical game would have really come in handy. It would have made those final few laps a lot easier. But
you got the P2 anyway, which is good.
got the P2, yeah.
And what was your moment of the race there for yourself?
What was my moment of the race? Do you know what I mean? I was just buzzing when I stayed out an extra couple of laps and managed to stay in front of Alpine. Still in the mix at that point. I was proper buzzed at that point. For me, yeah. I mean, I know it might not seem like the most exciting moment, but for me, that was it.
Oh, fair play. 18 points for yourself, right up there in the championship to begin with. On to the next round next week. Well done. And we have our race winner, Michael Lewis Schumacher. Pole position, led every lap, fastest lap. Grand Slam in contest of speed. How was that for you? Did you fall asleep at any point? Or?
I think the most exciting bit was the formation. When I did my little start.
Were you entertaining yourself by looking at the screens around the track, watching the battle from P2 to P8, P2 to P8, where they never once got out of each other's DRS?
No, I was talking to Cam after he DNF'd. Started laughing at him when I see a Toro Rosso or Mercedes crashed out.
Well, you've got your 26 points there. We didn't see much of your race. Well, was there a particular highlight for yourself anywhere?
Probably the pit stop on the fastest lap.
Yeah, that's fair. No, we saw you kept knocking down those fastest laps. I'm guessing you were doing one lap pushing and then one lap saving ERS and then one lap to push a bit more as well.
No, just keeping it. What's the words? Consistent, like consistently around the whole track.
No, that's really good. Nice to see Williams winning again. We'll be on to the next round there. So yeah, 26 points for yourself, 8 points clear at the top. Anything to say, Blades?
Just you've given us a great race, so I'd just like to thank all the Tier 1 drivers that turned up tonight.
Yeah,
Great
18 of you.
Season, and also all the viewers for new contest speed viewing record. So
Was it 92 it got to in the end?
I think it was 92 or 93 it peaked at. So
Fantastic. If it was 92, that's very apt, because that's when Nigel Mansell, of course, won the World Championship in a Williams, and Lewis has won the race in a Williams.
I'm better at this.
Absolutely fantastic. Right then, we'll see you all next week. Driver of the day, of course, went to
Think quietly.
Fruit in the end. No, eventually it went to Fruit.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there was a bit of a rebellion in the chat. It went to Fruit.
I know a lot of my friends were in the chat. So that
when we changed it to positions changed and they saw that you came up 5 places, everyone was like, hang on, let's go with Fruit.
Yeah, no, 100% Lewis, mate. He was so dominant.
Well, you've got that extra second's worth of pace, Fruit. You've got to bring it out. Now you've got to qualify at the front next time and not get stuck behind these guys. Take it to him.
Again.
That's why I stayed out.
Yeah.
And jump them all.
Fantastic. Right then. Anything else from you, Blaze, before we wrap up?
Yes, I would like to say this isn't all the racing for tonight. If you are still awake at 2 AM in the UK or 9 PM Eastern, America's Tier 2 will have their first ever race. So just watch out for that on this channel. If you are bored or you're just awake and need something to watch, please come watch our America's Tier 2, guys.
And then Americans Tier 1 tomorrow night, and then Europe will be back in Baku on Monday at 10 PM UK time.
Yes, indeed, and come see me make a fool of myself at Baku.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for tonight, lad. 92 people on the stream. Brilliant racing. Tier 1's back. Good night.
Back with a bang.